By the power of Grayskull, it's finally happening. After decades of false starts, canceled versions, and one very questionable 80s live-action attempt, Masters of the Universe is back. And this time, it actually looks like it means business. A brand new trailer just dropped, and if you grew up watching He-Man swing that sword and yell about having the power, this one probably hit you right in the childhood. But here's the twist. This isn't just a straight nostalgia trip. We've got a modern Earth setting, a burnt-out office worker version of Adam, a long-lost sword of power, and Eternia waiting to explode back onto the screen in full fantasy glory. So today, we're breaking down the trailer scene by scene, hunting for Easter eggs, decoding the plot teases, and figuring out whether this reboot could finally give He-Man the epic comeback he deserves. Welcome back to Your Nerdy Show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Let's talk Masters of the Universe.
You can't do that.
Don't worry, the sword's mine.
A very unexpected beginning on Earth. The first thing the trailer does is immediately mess with your expectations. Instead of opening on Castle Grayskull or some epic fantasy battlefield, we're dropped straight into corporate misery. Cubicles, fluorescent lights, dead eyes staring at spreadsheets. Nicholas Galadzin's character isn't introduced as Prince Adam of Eternia. He's Adam Glenn, a painfully normal office worker who looks like he hasn't felt joy since his last coffee break. This is such a smart move because it grounds the story instantly. You don't need prior lore to get it. This guy is bored, stuck, and clearly meant for something more. There's a blink-and-you'll-miss-it desk nameplate that reads He, Him, which is both a modern wink and a cheeky nod to the name He-Man. It's playful without being preachy, and it tells you right away that this movie isn't afraid to have a little fun with itself. Galadzine sells the vibe perfectly. Slouched posture, vacant stare, that soul-deep exhaustion anyone who's ever worked a 9-to-5 will instantly recognize. It's basically the Superman origin reimagined for the burnout generation. And honestly, that's kind of genius.
Why did you send me away?
I wanted you to be safe.
The Sword of Power calls its champion. Things kick into gear when the Sword of Power enters the picture, and the trailer makes it clear this isn't just some random artifact. This sword matters. It's been lost, hidden, or deliberately kept away from Adam for years, and now it's calling to him. We see flashes of shadowy figures searching for it, suggesting that Adam isn't the only one who knows how important this weapon is. There's danger closing in, and the world suddenly feels a lot bigger than his cubicle. When Adam finally touches the sword, the trailer doesn't rush the moment. The music swells, the energy crackles, and you can feel the weight of destiny landing on his shoulders. The transformation into He-Man is teased rather than fully shown, which is a smart trailer move. Muscles surge, confidence snaps into place, and suddenly this guy looks like he could punch a hole through destiny itself. It's not cartoonishly exaggerated, but it's powerful enough to make you believe this man is genuinely unstoppable.
So I sent you to a place I knew that they'd never find you.
Eternia revealed in all its glory. Once the trailer opens the door to Eternia, it does not hold back. The world looks vibrant, massive, and unapologetically fantastical. Lush landscapes stretch out under alien skies, towering structures rise in the distance, and Castle Grayskull finally makes its appearance. And yes, it looks exactly like it should. The skull-shaped fortress, the fog, the ominous presence, it's all there. This is the kind of faithful adaptation fans have been begging for since the 80s. The contrast between Earth and Eternia is striking, and that's clearly intentional. Earth is muted, gray, and cramped. Eternia is colorful, expansive, and alive. Visually, it reinforces the idea that Adam has been living in the wrong world, disconnected from who he's meant to be. The trailer cuts back and forth between the two realms, hinting at a story that blends fish-out-of-water comedy with high-stakes fantasy, and that balance feels very deliberate.
That only exists in legends and bedtime stories.
The heroes of Eternia assemble. The supporting cast really shines in this trailer, starting with Teela, played by Camila Mendes. This version of Teela is confident, fierce and absolutely not here to be anyone's sidekick. She looks like a seasoned warrior who's been holding the line while Adam was gone, and there's an undercurrent of tension in their reunion that suggests some unresolved history. Mendes brings a grounded intensity to the role, making Teela feel like the emotional backbone of the team rather than just eye candy and armor. Then Idris Elba is Duncan, aka Man-at-Arms, and honestly, this casting feels inspired. Idris has that natural authority that makes you believe he's both a brilliant inventor and a battle-hardened protector. The trailer shows him switching effortlessly between tech wizard and frontline warrior, reinforcing his role as mentor, strategist, and father figure. You can already feel the gravitas he's bringing to Eternia's defense, and it adds a layer of emotional weight to the story.
But that sword is gonna show me the way home.
Cringer to battlecat is everything fans wanted. Let's talk about battlecat because wow, the trailer absolutely nails this transformation. On Earth, Cringer is introduced as Adam's lazy, chubby house cat, sprawled out on furniture like he owns the place. It's adorable, relatable, and immediately sets up the payoff. When the power hits and Cringer becomes Battlecat, it's both epic and weird in the best possible way. Battlecat is massive, armored and ferocious, yet still feels like the same cat underneath. Seeing He-Man riding into battle on his back is pure Masters of the Universe energy. And it's something the 1987 film famously skipped, to the disappointment of pretty much everyone. This time, the filmmakers clearly understood that Battlecat isn't optional. He's essential. The CGI blends well with practical textures, making the character feel tangible rather than cartoony, and that's a huge win.
Come from. That stuff is real.
Skeletor steps out of the shadows. And then there's Skeletor. Jared Leto's version is teased just enough to make an impression without overexposing him. Glowing eyes, that iconic skull face, a presence that feels both theatrical and genuinely threatening. This Skeletor isn't just evil for fun. He's obsessed with the Sword of Power, with He-Man, and with claiming dominion over Eternia. There's a personal edge to his menace that suggests a deeper rivalry than simple good versus evil. The trailer builds toward a massive confrontation between He-Man and Skeletor, complete with explosive magic, clashing blades, and an arena that looks ripped straight out of a dark fantasy epic. Some shots lean heavily into CGI, and while that might worry a few fans, it also allows the scale to go absolutely wild. This is a battle of gods, not a bar fight, and the visuals reflect that ambition.
And magic swords that can make a man as mighty as a god.
The wider world and supporting players. Beyond the core heroes and villain, the trailer hints at a rich ensemble. Alison Brie appears briefly, strongly suggesting she's playing Evil Lyn, and her calm, controlled energy fits the role perfectly. James Purefoy and Morena Baccarin seem to embody royal authority, adding political stakes to Eternia's conflict. Johannes Hauker Johannesson looks primed to bring Beastman to life with raw physicality, while Kristen Wiig voicing Roboto is such an unexpected choice that it somehow feels perfect. Director Travis Knight's influence is all over this trailer. Like Bumblebee, this film seems focused on heart as much as spectacle. The action is big, but the emotional beats are clearly meant to land just as hard. You can tell this isn't being treated like a joke or a disposable reboot. It feels crafted with genuine affection for the source material.
You protect them.
Nostalgia without being trapped by it. One of the smartest things this trailer does is embrace nostalgia without being enslaved by it. There's even a retro-style teaser that leans hard into 80s vibes, complete with callbacks to the original cartoon and a playful narrator reminiscing about simpler times. The transition from animated He-Man to live-action He-Man is smooth and intentional, acting as a bridge between generations rather than a replacement. The film isn't trying to pretend the original didn't exist. It's honoring it while updating the themes for a modern audience. Identity, responsibility, and the cost of power all seem central to Adam's journey. This isn't just about muscles and monsters. It's about stepping up when the world needs you, even if you've been hiding from that responsibility for years. Why this trailer actually works. What really makes this trailer stand out is its confidence. It's not ashamed of being colorful. It's not afraid of being sincere. It doesn't try to deconstruct He-Man into something gritty and miserable. Instead, it leans into optimism, heroism, and the idea that good can still triumph in a loud, unapologetic way. That alone makes it feel refreshing in today's reboot-heavy landscape. After years of development hell, shifting directors, and false starts, Masters of the Universe finally looks like it knows what it wants to be. With a June 5th, 2026 release date locked in, this feels like a true summer blockbuster in the making, one that could easily kick off a larger Eternia-based franchise if it sticks the landing.
With nerd stuff and sword things, it's not a good look for a human.
Our nerdy thoughts. By the time the trailer ends, it's hard not to feel genuinely excited. Whether you grew up watching He-Man or you're discovering this world for the first time, there's something undeniably fun about what's being promised here. Nicholas Galitzine looks ready to carry the mantle, Idris Elba brings gravitas, Camila Mendez adds fire, and Skeletor is shaping up to be a villain worth fearing. If the movie delivers on even half of what this trailer promises, we could be looking at one of the most satisfying fantasy reboots in years. So now the real question is, are you ready to return to Eternia? Because if this trailer is anything to go by, the power is finally back where it belongs. By the power of Grayskull, this one might actually be legendary.
I have the power!
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.